live stream. Let's see if somebody shows up. So while anybody shows up, quick introduction in this video. I'm gonna put together this 1976 GMC Sierra Grande 15. This is the dirty version. I see somebody showed up. If you guys can leave a message on the chat. So if you could hear me without any problems, just let me know. So again, the introduction. What's up, Al Caraballo? How you doing? I'm gonna put this together. I had this for a little while now. This M2 kit, the square body syndicate. Like I said, this is the dirty version. There's a nice shiny white paint version of this. So I'm gonna cut. I'm cutting the bubble. Says I got that kit. I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, I got it a while back. I don't even remember where I got it. I thought this was a box. It's Ajax TV says, what's up? How you doing? Oh, instructions. So we got a part list. How to put the interior, the base. This one here looks like a Samac without any paint. Very nice. All right, let's put that away. I'll probably put it back after I build it. Check it out. See this? Yep, it's got tape. So I haven't done a live in a long time. Hope you guys are doing well. There is a screwdriver included here. So, being that we're doing an M2, I often see people complaining that the screws strip, they're not any good. Gary Diecast Collection says, hello all, how you doing? And I've said it in a few of my videos, but I guess it doesn't get old to repeat it. The only place you're gonna find Phillips screws are in Home Depot or Lowe's. Toys or any type of real car do not have Phillips screws. If you have a Ford, if you have a Chevy, go check. And check usually around the door hinge and what It may look like a Phillips. It's actually a JIS, Japanese Industry Standards. Now what this has is kind of a pirated or bootleg version of a JIS. If you look at the screw, you can see that the area is not deep. It's actually flat. Now they did include a cheap, what looks like a Phillips, right? And it grabs pretty good. But the secret is, if you have an extra one, take your Dremel with a cutting disc or something, or sandpaper, and just sand down the tip. By sanding down the tip, it helps for those sides to go in deeper, and it grabs. That's why the door hinges on a real car have these type of screws, because they could torque them down. It won't strip like a regular Phillips. So if you're still complaining that the screws are stripping, is because you're not using the right screwdriver. Now JIS screwdrivers are very, very expensive. Now because I already know my screwdriver, I'm going to use it instead of the one they provided. You see how it comes out without any problems. Make sure you remember that. Home Depot, Lowe's are the only ones that have Phillips. They're used for wood. Check it out. That dirty paint looks very nice. It looks like they missed a few of the spots inside the engine bay. This is a GMC 1976. That's what it says. Yep. I don't know why I haven't seen them do like an 83 like Hot Wheels, the ones with the square headlights. I don't know if they're not allowed by according to their license or something. Maybe it's got to be that. Maybe because Hot Wheels does it, they can't do it. Then I guess they could do an 84 and it wouldn't be an 83. You know what I mean? So this is another screw that a lot of people complain that'll strip. You see how easy that came out? Not a problem. If you customize Hot Wheels, most likely you're gonna have a Dremel. Dremel is just easier, but if you don't, just sand down the tip. If I can compare them, you can see the one I modified has a flatter, there you go, a flatter tip. Oh, it's got another screw. I forget that I think the bed comes off. It's a 3-piece. Let's see. Yep. I wonder, no they don't. This piece right here, on some, I think if you exchange it, you could do like dualies, because they do have a dually. This comes apart like that. dark brown interiors. Look at the dash. It says square body on the back windshield. Let me see. My phone. All right, I put my phone on silent. Can you still hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Remember that commercial? Can you hear me now? All right, yes. Somebody said yes. All right, so the notification should not make the phone vibrate anymore. We got two type of engines. Looks like a regular 350 carbureted. That's how you say it, carbureted engine, old style, and a new LS supercharged engine. Yes, I think I'm gonna go with the supercharged, mainly because it's gray. And with these type of cars, I don't think they should do black, because the hood doesn't open very far, and it just makes it very difficult to see the details. All right, let me see if I could get that in there. Can I see? Yeah. I think this is going to be very hard to get those two pins to align perfectly. I mean, I could take off the hood and that'll make it easier, but oh, there it goes. I didn't have to take off the hood. Because to take off the hood, I have to take off the dash. Oh, there it is. See? I'll take off this screw right here, take off the dash, and that's holding the hinge for the hood. Now it has to go down furthermore. I'm surprised how much that hood opens. Look at that. Never seen an M2 that could open the hood that much. Oh, it doesn't want to close. Interesting. Oh, we have a problem, Houston. Or is it Houston, we have a problem? You can see the two pins are aligned here. But that big supercharger, that's not going in anymore. Let me see if it's up here in the front. Yep, that's not closing. All right, let me take this off. We don't have an option now. I think this screw is smaller than the ones from the base. Take that off. The windshield, it has a rivet. I do not want to take off that rivet. So usually it opens only this much. I was surprised that it was opening. I don't think I could take this off. Maybe if I take off the windshield? Do twist it. Anybody knows how to do this? Because you see it has a high spot over here, which prevents the hood from sliding out. So I'm thinking they force, there it goes. But I'm hitting the windshield, just so you know. So it's definitely coming off if I take off the windshield. All right, so let me, nope, that's pushed. This one seems different than the ones I've messed with. That one is not, this is not going down anymore. And if I leave the supercharged engine, the hood, it's not going to close. So let's try out the other one. Boom, 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 boom. So we gotta go with the carbureted engine. Let me see if this one is lower. Oh, look at this. No, doesn't close either. There goes the hood. All right, that's pushed all the way down. But you look at this, it still doesn't close. Oh boy. What are we doing over here? What are you doing, M2? Why are you doing this to me? This like button needs modified. What happened in here? So I won't be able to close that hood. Now I have this other one here. I never opened this one either. So let's open this one up, see what engine it has inside. And let's see if I'm doing something wrong. All right. It's the point of no return. I got screws everywhere. Hard to beat a square body. Okay. Dremel it down. Well, I think the engine sits pretty good. The problem is that the metal here on the hood is too thick. I mean, I guess I could let's see if I can take it off now. Been trying to get it real 83 forever. It says L. I mean, it seems pretty deep. It looks, I think it's the problem is that's not going down all the way. It could be that. Let's see if I could make these holes a little bigger. Try the hood with no engine and make sure. I think the problem is this. I think these holes, maybe they're too small and they're not letting the engine go in all the way. But I am gonna try that. Somebody said try out the hood without. Yeah, see, the hood without an engine closes perfect. All right, so let's try this again. I really want the supercharger to work. It seems like it went down a little bit more. Nope. Nope. Let me see. So I also has cut the 2 pins and sand a bit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I shouldn't be able to do that. I think the problem might still be the 2 holes are too small. So I want to try that out first. I should have my drill with a drill bit, but Joe says I picked up a case of a 6-inch looking at hers. Ended up, okay, let me see, cause ended up being all the same cutter, but one was Chase from Johnny Lighting. That's very cool. That would have been my plan. Says. You know what? It could be this. There's like a ridge here that could be preventing this thing from going all the way down. Yeah, that's setting as low as it's gonna go, and it still doesn't close. So definitely, to make this fit, I will have to sand down either the engine bay or the bottom of the engine. All right, let's check this one out. This one has a different engine. See this? And it closes perfect. Yep, 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 yep. Different engine. I don't want to take that engine off. I need to make this one fit. Let's try this other one now. I'm afraid to put some force on it. You see how it moves? If I press here, it rocks. So that's not sitting all the way. It shouldn't do that. This is flat over here, so I'm thinking, I don't know you can see it, but there's like a step here, and this step might be the reason why it's not letting it sit all the way. I'm gonna have to get my sanding sticks. Give me a second. Ooh. All right. Let me see if I could do this without hitting anything. All right, let's try it with this one first. So, interesting. This is a different color. Let me see if I can find a flat one. Let's go sideways. So this is really brown plastic, painted gray. I really don't want to cut down those pins until I'm pretty sure that that's the problem. Okay. You can see that here. I step down. Here it has a step down. Let me do the whole thing just to make sure that it's all even. If it doesn't fit now, I'll cut the two pins. It could have been the paint. Who knows? Sometimes says I'm definitely opening mine later. I can feel that if I press down, it still wants to go down a little bit more. Yeah, doesn't close. So, cutting the pins. Cutting the pins. Got a knife. That's one. That's two. The pins are gone. It just goes to show you something that should have been simple. I'm here for 30 minutes. See, it still feels like it wants to go down a little bit more. And if I look at it like this, look, that supercharger is still sticking out. See the file here is still moving. So that probably means that it was not the engine. It's the engine bay. This engine bay, it's not perfect. But this is metal. So it's just easier to do the engine. All right, let me use this one. Sand down evenly. It just needs just to be reduced by a little bit. Keep hitting the phone. Sorry about that. Yep, still has to go lower. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Even if I get the Dremel, getting the Dremel to like knock down this area, it's not gonna be easy. It says try sanding down the sides. I don't think the problem is the sides, because the top of the supercharger is just not flush with the sides. See what I mean? Now because it doesn't have the pin, it goes in and out pretty smooth, see? But it's still not going down far enough for the supercharger to be lower than the fenders. It's almost there, but not quite. Like I still got some meat on this plastic. So we'll see. I think you're on the right track with sanding the bottom just a little bit more. Yes. Try this side. Towel for a cowl induction hood. Yeah, that would have been, actually that would have been easier with the Dremel. I could have cut a slot like right here. And I think that would have been faster, but see, right now it doesn't feel, yeah, it still wants to go down a little bit. Almost there. It's almost there. See? Almost there. I don't want to overdo it. I want to sand down until it's perfect. The problem is in the back. So if I sand down the back, it should, the engine should sit on an angle. see. Oh, where's it touching? Yeah, still touching the supercharger. The problem is still the supercharger. All right, let me try this. The housing where the engine sits is not square to 90-degree corners, and that's why you're hearing rubbing. Corners rubbing, that's why you hear rubbing every time you push it in. Maybe. But if I sand down the corners, maybe if I do it in an angle, just slightly, and round out the corner just a little bit. This way, if I do it at an angle, I won't get that brown color, the original plastic. Let's round this out a little bit. See if it's perfect. So there it goes. It's sitting below the fenders now, and boom. So I guess that did a little trick. Sanding in an angle. Says Enoch Rojas says, aha, I win. Yep. Recording with the phone alive, it only goes 720. So I really can't show you, but see, I send it in an angle, mostly here in the back, and I guess that helped make the engine. Well, that means that you're still gonna have to cut down the pins. I guess we could try with this. This one still has a pin. So let me get the flat one. Let's do this one over here. Let's sand down here. Let's do this corner over here. This one's bigger. And this one is still brown plastic. Is it? No. So let's do the experiment with this one to see. Let's see if you don't have to cut down the pins. So that means the problem is the engine bay. The engine bay. So I imagine they need to do this at the factory if they want it to be like this one for the hood to close. We all had that problem. Says, okay, let's try this. Oh no, no. So sanding the corners will not do the trick. You have to sand down the whole thing. But let me see if I could still make it work. A little of both. Yeah, it's still sticking up. But I'm surprised it did go down a lot. Look at that. By just removing from the corners. So I'm wondering if the problem is that the engine bay is not perfectly flat, and maybe it's just higher in some spots. I wonder if I can still get it to work. Let me see. See, now I need to know if I could get it to work without cutting the pins. So I need to try that. Blue and white one, that never closed the hood. Now I'll get it fixed. It's good. My thing is, I like the pins. Don't know why, but I like them. I want to see if I can get this to go down without cutting them. And you can see it's still brown plastic. I've had quality issues with every M2. Nah. I mean, it's close, but it's not perfect. But I bet I could do it without cutting the pins. Let's see if I could do it. And I think the problem is in the back. Over here. The good thing is, if we have acrylic paint and you want to paint this, it'd be an easier job. But if you paint it, gotta remember that'll add some thickness, and it'll probably still give you the same problem. Let's do it at an angle. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I think it might work. Oh, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You're going to have to change the title to How to Sit an Engine Properly video, yeah? Well, the title of the video is Let's build this M2. I guess that's what we're doing. I guess I have to do it here. Would you recommend buying M2s? I have 3, but tend to pass on most. Well, the thing is that if you buy something like this, which is already put together, and you see that there's no issue, sure, go ahead. But M2 tends to be more like for display, because they're very complicated to take apart. I've done one of these, and I think I call it, what was the name I gave it? It's green something. After I'm done with the life, I'll probably add the card to that video. I did a custom with one of the M2s, one of these pickups. It's not easy because you got to take off the bumpers, you got to take off the grill, and they already come with so nice details like here, and recreating that, it's almost impossible. You know what I mean? See, that bumper is plastic and it's melted melted in place. All right, fingers crossed. Let's see if this 350 fits. I don't think. I think it still needs to go down a little bit. Yeah. All right, so I got this side. It's on this side now. Passenger side is the one giving me a problem. Now I know. So it's this side over here. I follow you on Instagram also. Thank you. I just posted a picture of the two Volkswagens. Did you see that one? They look cool together. The two pink ones. The drag bus and the 4x4 one. I forgot how that one is called. It's got a weird name. Yes. I also have a Facebook page. Many of you guys on Facebook, if you go to the main page, yeah, I was gonna say M2s look awesome in the package, but if you start messing with them, you'll be disappointed and how very fragile. The thing that I like about M2s is that if you want something that looks original, then they tend to stick to that. The other brand, what's their name? I forget. Johnny Lining, not really dig them. I like some of the old stuff, but I feel like when you create a car this size, you see that the width of the car is very important. So, green light, it's another one, but there's another company. I forget their name. The ones that are their chase pieces are red. I forget their name. There it goes. Look. Perfect. So it could have been done without cutting the pins. You just have to sand around the pins. And like I said, if you paint this back, it's going to give you another problem because the paint is thick. I just went crazy on your Instagram, President Matt likes. E3 Customs, you see it. Thank you. Enoch Rojas. So I think the problem is this engine bay, the mold that they use did not create a flat, even space. And because it's not that it has a lot of paint, because you can see that they miss black paint here and on the sides. They do. It feels like it has something here, I do have a tool for the Dremel that if I go straight down like this, it'll grind, but it says I collect green light. Also, I have a few green lights. When these other companies started doing the square body, green light also came out with a few, to the point where it's very similar. Very, very similar. So who can tell me the other name of that other company? I have a few other trucks too. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that name. No, Jada, it's not Jada. Champion DJK has a lot of those. A lot of cars from that brand. You guys probably watch Champion DJK also. We've been on YouTube. Auto World. Yep, that's the one. Champion DJK and me, we've been on YouTube about the same time. Now, Racing Champion's something older. I do have a few auto Racing Champions. The live shot keeps hiding. There it goes. So I got the other engine to work without cutting the pins. You just have to sand a lot. Maisto has some nice. They have some nice cars. Maisto went through a period where they did a lot of cars without interior, so I guess they lost a lot of credits on the streets, out of these diecast streets. I guess they needed to save some money. All right, let's see if I can put this back together. It's backwards. Should go like this. Line it up. All right. Now let's see if I find this screw, which is this little tiny one. Remember, if you see somebody on a video and they're complaining about the screws, send them over here. But just let them know. JIS. Let me see if I can write it on the screen. J, is it like that? IS. Japanese industry standards. If you look them up, the screwdrivers on eBay, something like that, they're very expensive. They're all about precision. So they're very expensive. But like I said, I already showed you. If you weren't here at the beginning, all you gotta do is take a regular Phillips screwdriver and using your Dremel or any file, just sand down the tip like that. This file is not flat, this one is flat. You go like this. I mean, it takes a lot longer with the file. Got a Dremel, it'll be quicker. All right, let me stick this back together. See if it lines up. I forget, there's one of these companies that they have the same design. I think it's Greenlight. I'm pretty sure they share their molds. This is something common, see? This one is lining up pretty good. Some of them, they don't line up at all. So the screws over here, they're all the same size. I love old diecast. Don't understand those China cars, they fast on the track. Yeah. Yep. Let me see who wrote that. The live shot keeps hiding. Enoch. Yep. There's some cars from back in the days when there was a lot of Spider-Man movies coming out. I want to say maybe 2004, 2005. And a lot of cars came out. They were not Hot Wheels. As a matter of fact, they were the package on the back. I think it says Universal. But all their axles are chrome and they are very fast on a track. Very fast. If you guys want to see some of those cars, let me know. Maybe I could do another live. We're going to go with these. I mean, we have a supercharged engine in there. You don't want to go with the white walls. No. Come on. Go with this. This is a GMC, by the way. And even though it's a GMC, I still think the one I did the other day. Did you guys watch that video? I converted a Hot Wheels Silverado to a GMC and made it a dually. Okay, this is gonna give me a problem. Yes, so that took a while. That's why I divided the videos in sections. When a project like that takes a lot of time, I like to divide it. And if you are a regular watcher, then you won't miss the sequence. We have 4 axles. That was very nice of them. So that means I get if I have another truck, I can install the other wheels. That is if I can take them out of this little bag. JDM Drifter, hello. How you doing? All right, let's put that to the side. We have one. Okay. These tires have a thread pattern. This is the part I need to learn, the axle. So they have a, let me put it here. They have a thread pattern. I want to make sure that the pattern is the same on both tires. Where did you find this GMC? At my Walmart? They never usually get them. I don't remember where I got this. Got this a while back. All right, so I don't know if you can see it here, but it has like a different pattern on this side, and that's what I'm going for. It has it on the outside. Sometimes these patterns, you can tell if they are directional. If you didn't know, real tires, especially low profile tires like this, are directional. That means that you could install them only on one side of the car. My Walmart in Jersey City has been dry since, oh, you're pretty close for Jersey City, since the beginning of 2021. I'm not that far from Jersey City. Okay. So usually on a real car, no, see, I think there I put it backwards. You see how this hook likes the Nike logo? I'm in Miami, says Al Carballo. And on this side, the Nike is backwards. But if I put it like this, the pattern won't be the same. So I guess M2 didn't think of that. And I'm getting picky. I guess they didn't care if you wanted to make sure that left was left and right was right. So you can see the truck is put back together. This is very simple. You slide it in. If they're slam truck like this, you might have to take off the chassis again. Or if you don't want to do that, you slide in the axle first, right? And now you put the tire in. You push it. But it doesn't want to go. Because it's crooked. Or is it because it doesn't fit? Are we going to have another problem here with fitment? Oh boy. Here we go again. The rims don't fit. He says for sure. Oh boy. I mean, it looks like it has enough space in the back. There might be a problem in the front. So let's see what's going on over here. All right, let's put that to the side. Okay. I think I scratched the lip of the rim a little. I'll just blame it on someone else. All right, let's see if it fits. Oh boy. Doesn't want to roll. But let me see. Maybe I could. You got to be very careful with these because sometimes that axle might just pop all the way to the other side. So I'm going to try to squish as much as I can. I even got chased with the paint messed up on the door. Says JDM. I've only found one M2 Chase. And I've only found one Hot Wheels Super in all my life. Yep, that doesn't fit. Look. It doesn't fit. So let me put this one on the back. I don't think there's going to be a problem in the back because it has a lot of space. It's been about 2 years since I found a Super in store, and I have bought some on eBay recently. Yeah, so it rubs on the back too. I don't know where. It might be up in the fender, but it's just very, very small. I wonder if these other ones are skinnier. No. Yeah, this one is thick. Might be thicker than this. Oh. Look at the difference. So if this doesn't fit, this for sure it's not gonna fit. Look at this. Not even with a... What? They don't even fit without the tire. This might be for the version of not being slammed. So are the back wheels wider than the... Well, let's see. Grab that one from here. Same. So all four are the same width. All four rims are the same. So this for sure are not gonna fit. They have a version where they're not slammed. So I'm guessing those other rims are for that. The ones that are not slammed. So very afraid of these. I don't want to get stabbed. Let's see if they fit without the tire. No. It's rubbing. And I can't push them in anymore. Yep. They're still rubbing. Oh man, this is bad. First the engine, now the wheels. You know what? I can't do anything about that unless I get the Dremel. And I don't feel like doing that. So this is gonna be a non-roller on the meantime. The other thing I could do is maybe reduce that nipple. That way the whole rim goes in a little bit more. But this space right here is small, and it probably won't still, it will probably still rub. I mean, it looks good, so just let's go with that. Let's just go with it looks good. Putting this screw back on. Let me get the other one. This one goes here. I'm gonna have to go get, not now of course, because I'll have to dig out a lot of things. I'm gonna have to go get a version where it's not slammed to see what's the difference. I guess they were never meant to be built. Look, it kind of rolls. It's rubbing, but this ain't gonna go on a racetrack. Ugh. You can see, oh my God, look. You see how the rim, it's all scraped? It's rubbing on the inside of the fender. Well, we can do something about it. I could get the Dremel and make that area bigger, but I guess it'll sit like that. It'll sit like that forever, and it will never be erased. I guess we will never enjoy the potential of that supercharger. Wonder if this one rolls. Now I gotta take this one apart. Oh boy. Let's do it this way. Pretty sure this one rolls. We need part 2 video. You see, this is another one, and the screws did not strip. Guess why? Yeah, this one has skinnies. It has skinnies on the front. That's why it doesn't. And this one has chunky on the back. You can see that this plastic piece is different to fit the bigger ones. That's how they change the ability to change the tire width. This one is brilliant. If anyone can make that cart roll, you're just live right now. Yeah, we just have to get the Dremel and eat away at all of that area to make it roll smooth. But the rims are already scratched up. I'm gonna have to repaint them. You know what I mean? I might have to do another video just to fix that. Alright guys. Hey, are you new to collecting? Have you guys ever seen this? Back in the days, this used to be a wheel donor. Hey, this is my last one. I remember buying a bunch of these just for the wheels. This is the series that had the Datsun 510 wagon, very similar color, and I was never able to find it. Never ever. And it's way too expensive for me. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. We have this one that rolls, and this one that kind of rolls. The rims are scratched, but it does have a supercharger engine in there, so that's something. We'll tune for the next one. All right guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you for hanging around for over an hour. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.